better run when you hear that. I said run when you hear that. Better run when you hear that. I said run when you hear that. Better run when you hear that. I said run when you 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 hear that. I said better run. I said run when you hear that. Run when you hear that. Better run. I said run when you hear that. Run when you hear that. Run when you hear that. Run when you hear that.
Good evening everybody, Bruce Foster here, chewing the fat. Welcome to another episode of the show. Yes, I've had a couple of weeks away. Unfortunately, it was, I had a bereavement in the family, had to go back to the UK, so unfortunately, that's, had to go. So yeah, back now. I am only back for a couple of weeks, so I've got this week's show and then we'll have next week's show, and then I am actually off to Japan for 10 days as well, and I'm hoping to catch some of the World Series opening round of the Jetski World Series at Osaka. So I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully I'll be able to get some footage together and some content, and I'll be able to share it with you guys, kind of give you a bit of a behind the scenes look at what goes on there, rather than just what happens on the live stream. So that's something else I've got planned, and then we'll be back in it. So I think I'll probably only miss the 1 week, I believe, possibly 2, but I'll keep everybody posted. Just keep checking the Facebook page, and I will keep everybody up to date with what's happening and when we're going live again. So tonight I've got Tim ELVERY on, and for those of you that don't know, Tim is the man responsible for probably one of the best little gadgets, so to speak, or jet ski items that's currently on the market. It's just, I think it's only been out a couple of years. But we'll talk to Tim about it. We'll find out a little bit about him, and then we'll talk more about the product as well. And I believe he might actually have an announcement in regards to something else that he's working on as well. So let's get started on that one. So let me get Tim on, and let me just get this all set up. I'm actually using Facebook Messenger tonight. Now, for those of you that have watched the show in the past, I did used to use Facebook Messenger, so I am optimistic that there shouldn't be any issues. There we go. Alright, let's just get this over. Hopefully he's ready to roll and the sound's all good. We'll find out in a second. Oh, there we go. Speak to me. Ah, you have no audio, mate.
How are you?
Yay, there we go. Perfect. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That's awesome. Tim, I thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. 2 seconds, I'm just trying to get out of something here. Trying to make you a little bit larger than life. Give me a second. I've got it locked. That's why.
Right.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to. I've got to make you larger in life, mate.
There we go. Oh,
There we
sweet.
go. That's better. There we go.
There's a Strongarm Strap logo there. Can you see it?
Oh, to the other
I
side.
put the banner up
I've
for
had
it.
to. Oh, so you have. So you have.
That's
Yeah, nice one. Okay, a little bit different, guys. This is a little bit different from what I seen last night. Yeah.
How are you, mate?
I'm good. Sorry, I'm still trying to shake off a bit of a cold that I had when I came back from UK, but I'm getting better than I was. But anyway, about you. First of all, I just want to clear something up with everybody that's watching this now and then watching it in the future. I've got Tim on here purely to talk about himself and the product, like I do with everybody else in the community. I get them on. There's nothing behind it. I'm not getting anything from Tim in regards to this. He's promoting his product. He's promoting himself, and that's really what it's all about. I'm not looking for anything in return from Tim. I want to get people be made aware of these types of things that are going on. If you don't already know about it, then Tim's about to speak about it, so we'll give you a bit of an input and insight into what it's all about. So first of all, Tim, tell us about yourself first. What's your background?
What's my background?
Yeah.
I'm a outdoor lover, adventurer, surfer, love exercise, love the outdoors, and anything to do with adventure, really, water sport, mountains, riding, cycling, surfing, anything. But father of 4 older kids and 2 stepkids, and my occupation has been an occupational therapist all my whole career. So for 35 years I've worked with people helping reduce injury or the risk of injury, mainly in industry, and helping people back to work after injuries through work cover. So my whole career has been around prevention and rehabilitation of injuries.
All right, okay, we'll come to that in a second. Yeah, I know I've seen a lot of your, since I've added you as a friend, Tim, you've been to Queenstown and all that. I love Queenstown, by the way.
Yeah, it's
been a few years. Yeah, it's a stunning part of the world, really is.
Yeah,
but you got out and about with your good lady and the kids.
Yep.
So
climbing mountains and going on the shot over jets and
I was very jealous.
jet ski places.
Did you jet ski?
No, we didn't jet ski, but my stepson, he was super keen to, but we didn't get there. We were staying in a place with a mate who Brad, who founded Max Tracks actually, and we were staying with him, his place, and overlooked the lake. And we were watching all these skis out on the lake.
I did see that. I did see it looking over the lake, and that was, again, it was another stunning view.
Yeah.
What more could you ask for waking up to that every morning?
Mate, it was amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Even when the sun goes down and you open pit fires, I saw you, and of course a few of the old sherbet varieties that you were sinking a few of them as well. So.
Yeah.
Wines and whatever.
When in Rome. That's the only place I'll ever have a Guinness, maybe. Is in the cold,
really?
In the cold,
Okay, so occupational therapist, trying to cut down on injuries and reduce injuries and get people back to work.
Yeah.
Give us the spiel on how the strap came about off the back of that.
Yeah, no, it's good, mate. Probably going over 15 years ago, probably around 2007, and I was working with a company you'd all know, Toll Transport. It was the early days, one of the toll, or a few of the toll companies, working with the truck drivers in return to work and helping them come up with a solution for pulling the taut liner curtains on the side of trucks.
Yep.
So traditionally, drivers will reach up, hold them and drag them with their shoulders in terribly awkward positions and pull these big heavy curtains, and then the curtain gets stuck and tears your shoulder or strains your back.
Yeah.
So it's one of the highest injuries in transport.
Ooh, right, okay, that's interesting. Yeah.
From curtains. And
Yep.
you know, for a company, that's about a 40 grand workers' comp claim. For someone, it could mean their career.
That's a lot. That's a lot of payouts for the insurers.
Yes. So we came up with this concept and basically tried it. You know, a little bit of strap, bit of webbing, handle, hook, put it. You know, hook it on, stand strong, and pull with your elbows down and shoulders in a good strong position. So
Yep.
not rocket science, but pretty simple really.
Well, they do say that the best ideas are the simple ones.
Yeah.
And by all accounts, when you look at what you've came up with, it is a very, very simple idea, and people looking at it would immediately go, why the hell did I not think of something like that?
Yeah.
And to be honest, they've probably been using something of that kind of nature, but not constructed. It's probably been a very, very crude example of it. Like, you know, a bit of rope or something like that, you know?
Yep. Yep.
But you've constructed into something more meaningful.
That's right.
And brought it to market, which is what a lot of people don't do or wouldn't do.
Right.
So I've seen the applications, not just for truck drivers, but the construction trade as well.
Yeah.
Mainly concreters.
Yeah, been concreters, chippies, all sorts of people trying it. And like, bottom line, anything you drag or pull or move that's heavy, awkward, up high, out on the back of a ute, you know. So whether it's an esky or pulling max tracks out of the sand or dragging a wheelbarrow off the back of the ute, or dragging pipe, or there's so unlimited applications.
Yeah,
basically.
there certainly is. And obviously, we can see the easy, you know, the use for jet skis. As we all know, it's not always easy to pull your jet ski up onto the beach when you're trying to get your fingers underneath that little lip at the front, and you're trying to pull, and you just can't get a proper grip, especially when your hands are cold. It's an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
I've saw people using that on video, and that's where it caught my eye, to be honest with you, Tim. When I saw the likes of Jake and a couple other people using it, and then your video started popping up as well of it being used, and how easy it seemed to be to pull the jet ski up the beach. It's a bit of a no-brainer, to be honest. So it certainly looks like a must-have item.
Yeah, and from where we started, word spread organically.
Yep.
The transport companies. So that's, you know, we still sell to like Australia Post nationally, use them on all their trucks. Star Trek, Ron Finnemore's Transport, they've just taken them on, made it a mandatory safety piece of equipment for every driver. So this happens continually. But what happened was over time, I realised that I had straps in my toolbox, in my ute, on my, you know, in the boat, in the tent, in the camp kit, and I was pulling tent pegs and eskies, and I, about 4 or 5 years ago, we sort of said, look, I use it everywhere. You know, we need to tell the world about this.
Yeah.
And it went from truck drivers to really everybody. And I started hearing stories from people. You know, we'd go to a trade show and people come up and say, I was out in the middle of Moreton Bay, you know, and I got stuck on a sandbank and you saved us. And then I'd hear people, all sorts of stories. And then we bought a jet ski.
Yep.
And it wasn't until then, I know people had used it there, and I was pulling it off the beach, and then I tried the strap, and I was like, far out. This is...
It's actually fun. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. You brought the idea to market simply to address workplace injuries without realising potentially the bigger implications. And it's obviously now starting to find its way into other areas. But I think recreationally wise, it's a no-brainer, especially that position you have to get when you try to get down and get your fingers underneath the front of the ski to drag it back, try and drag it up. It's not good for your back. It's bloody exhausting when you're trying to pull a ski through through
hard work.
shallows, especially if you're being beached, or sandbanked or something. Like I could have done with it when I first got my ski way back in the day.
Yeah.
I had to sandbank just as you come up, and you can go left to Jacob's Well or you go right to Jumping Pin, and I was on the sandbank on the right hand side. I got caught on that and realised I was in the shallows. I had to drag it about 150 metres
Yeah.
through basically mud flats.
Yep.
That was hard going. Your tool back then would have been a godsend, absolute godsend.
And that's the stories we hear all the time. I have people send me videos, which I post some of them. Even from the guys in Florida, the crew over there.
Are you actually selling it over there now?
Yep. So they're starting to use them, and a few weeks ago I got a video from one of the guys in Florida, and it was 9 o'clock at night, and they got stuck on a sandbank and they were offshore, and they had a video. And one of them had a strap, so he's pulling it with the strap, and another guy beside him is pushing his ski and yelling out, "Hey, Strong Arm, send us one over." And you can see the lights of wherever they are in Florida. And they literally we saved us. We would not have got off here.
Yeah. It's just I can't get over the fact that it's just something so simple that, and it's like I say, it's something so simple that people look at it and go, that's easy, there's nothing to it. But the difference was that you have actually brought it to market and selling it nationally. Whereas a lot of people would just go, I keep it to myself, I'll just keep, it's something I'll do for myself, and that's the difference. Like at the end of the day, everybody's probably had the same sort of idea. You've just captured it and just decided to bring it to market. So hats off to you, mate. Hats off. Brilliant.
Thank you. And look, my whole career has been about helping people and helping them be healthier and stay safe and be the best they can be and enjoy life and work. And so for me, from the start, I knew it could be in multiple markets worldwide, and when we could help a lot of people, one, enjoy their leisure and get their work done, enjoy their leisure, stay safe, and maintain that lifestyle, and make it easier. And so,
but then does that not put you potentially out of business in the occupational therapy space?
I don't do much of that anymore. So.
Nice one. Are you spending most of your time with this product now? So
look, I've kind of transitioned from full-time employment in the other area in the last year or two to this year actually full-time, jumping in to grow the Strong Arm Strap business.
Wow!
Some other side business as well.
Tim, fantastic to hear, mate. That means good. That means business must be good then. So
2025 is time to rock and roll.
Oh, what would you? So, what are the more common injuries then that you've had in the past then before these kind of that obviously drove this product? Shoulders obviously being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Back?
Yeah, shoulders, backs. Backs are a big one for, say, the classic bending over to pull or drag a jet ski, like you said. With your bent back, you're not getting your good legs, levers, and your strong muscles in. Using your back, your shoulders, your arms, so wrist, shoulders, fingers.
You're bent over too far for a start. Yeah. And if you try to drop your hips to get lower, it puts more stress on your hips and your back, and it's just it's just.
So it's all about. It just makes you stronger because you're getting you're
in a better position.
Upright, using your legs, which are your big levers, your big muscles.
Yep.
And getting in a posture where you can use your body weight and your elbows close and your shoulders. So for the jet ski, that's how that works.
Good one. So just we'll go back to you for a second. How often do you get out on your jet ski?
Not enough, I would say.
Because you're too busy working.
Yeah, lately it's been a bit that way, and the weather this year's been pretty average, to be honest.
It has been pretty bad, I must admit.
Coast, and it's been nice lately a bit more, which is good.
It's cleared up nicely, and like when I first got back from the UK, it felt like it was the same as it was before I left, and it was bad then. And it was also like since Alfred's came through,
Yeah.
the weather's been crap.
Yeah.
And it's only just recently that it's really started to clear up. God, fingers crossed it starts to have a big run of nice weather and nice weekends, so we can all start getting out again.
Coming to winter, beautiful.
Where do you normally go up the sunny coast?
Look, we'll go out from the Noosa River and then offshore and all around. From Noosa, we come down. I live in Coolum, so we can come from Noosa right down through the points and down this way, or out from Maroochydore, around Majimba Island and up north.
Look, I don't know the area that well up there as far as the water's concerned. Is there any decent river runs up that way?
Maroochydore River, you can go right down the river and end up right down to Coolum Creek and Yandina way. So that's pretty nice.
Does it only go so far though?
Yeah.
And then what do you hit? What do you get? I don't mean hit literally.
I haven't. I probably haven't gone that far.
Right.
So I haven't explored right to the end.
Right.
But you can end up in creeks and go further. But like I say, nothing like that down around.
It's not quite like the
Gold Coast where you've just got so much space and area to go.
Yeah. That's
you really
true.
need to go offshore. You can go up to Double Island Point from Noosa River. So you can go up to that way. Yet to do that, but heard it'd be a great run.
Oh, well, there's a couple of guys down here. They do it from the Gold Coast.
Yep.
They just take runs up to Noosa all the time, and then sometimes they'll go a bit further.
That's it.
And then he'll come, and then he'll be back in the same day, 500 k's or whatever it is.
Yeah,
500 k's round trip. So
that's a big run. Yeah.
It certainly is.
Right.
All right. What else is happening with the business? If you go. Anything you want to mention?
Yeah, I guess there's a fair bit going on, and like I said, starting to get more interest overseas, which is great. We actually sold some straps to Poland last week.
Well done.
And I messaged the guy and I said, "What are they for?" And he said, Sea-Doos. So interesting. But now I've got someone in Canada selling them. We're selling over in the States, the Florida guys, New Zealand. And then the other one to mention, and probably just to help people often get a bit confused, we have a collaboration with Jet Pilot. So there's a collaboration with Jet Pilot, the Jet Pilot StrongArm Strap. So they distribute to all their retailers and nationally and internationally. So some people get a bit worried that they've stolen our product. They haven't.
Well, I didn't quite think that had happened. When that was initially announced, I thought Jet Pilot had actually bought the product off of you. But it's obviously some kind of partnership agreement that you guys have obviously worked out from a distribution point of view. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah. So it's a collaboration where.
So anything that they supply, they put Jet Pilot on it.
Yeah.
And then obviously you've got your ones as well.
Yeah. And we still make something out of that. So it's all we're in partnership with that. So.
Right. Okay. That's nice to clarify that, just in case people think that they've actually stolen your idea.
And on that, I think Darren and the team at Jet Pilot are fantastic, and shout out to them because they do a great job and they've helped extend our reach and our where we wouldn't have gone for.
Definitely.
So
are you in the UK market at all?
Look, we've got some people using it in the UK. We've got a truck company called Europa Worldwide. They buy straps off us for transport and warehousing. There's a guy who follows us on I think it's UK Jetski.
Romeo.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Romeo. I've had Romeo on before. I've had him on before. Yeah, he's always looking to hook up with the latest products. So he likes to give everybody a good shout out over there as well. Right. So
which is great. And then obviously locally, Jake and the crew, Jetski Jake and the Jetski family, we've had a lot to do with, and Jake's been super supportive. So shout out to him and his crew. Yep. The other exciting stuff in the last year and this year is lifeguard services. Sort of took them on a year and a bit ago in Queensland, put them on all their jet skis, and then this time mid last year, New South Wales lifeguard and surf life saving put them on all their jet skis.
Oh,
And
nice.
they're now looking at them again and starting to spread the word nationally, which is pretty exciting.
That's good. Nice one.
So it helps them get the skis on and off the beach quicker.
Definitely.
Easier, helps to save people and rescue people faster. So that's pretty exciting. And
I can see now why you're going full time with it.
part of that. Yeah, there's a bit going on. And
Anything in the pipeline?
yes, mate. Yes, so we actually have a new product which I'll talk about here. We haven't really promoted as yet, but we can do a bit of a debut on here. So we actually have a double handled. It's called the double header strong arm strap, which is coming out in a couple of months. So
Right.
it basically means, and it's kind of by popular request. I've thought about it and wanted to do it for a long time, and a few people, including lifeguard services, actually asked for it as well, where you got two handles, two straps on one hook,
Yep.
one longer than the other, and basically it's we call it the double header because that's definition is like two locomotives pulling a train.
Put on one eye. Oh, yep, I got you.
So you've got one person with two handles at different lengths, so you've actually got a staggered stance.
Yep.
You can wrap up one, so you can use a longer handle, or you can use a
Or
shorter
you can
handle.
use a shorter
We
handle,
can
yep.
have two people without having to have two straps.
Okay. Yeah,
Two
yeah.
people on one, pull it out, two people on it, double the power, boom, off the beach.
Off the sandbank in my case.
Yep. So that will be coming out shortly, and they'll be ready on the market in probably August, but we'll have some for pre-order on our website.
Oh, there we go. There you go, everyone. You've heard it here first. So there's someone. Kylie's just posted a comment there. She said had to use a strong arm strap yesterday. Kylie, I hope you didn't end up on a sandbank, or was it just purely for bringing the ski up the beach? Hopefully it wasn't. Hopefully it wasn't the first thing. Hopefully it wasn't off the sandbank.
Thanks for your feedback. Hear that a lot. It's awesome.
That's cool. It's really good to hear a local product doing well. And for someone like yourself who brought something onto the market that probably didn't quite think it would quite take off the way that it has. How do you feel? How do you feel when something like that's just kind of taken off?
Yeah, mate, it's pretty exciting. I feel it's a good question. It's humbling and exciting. And to be honest, I've always known. It's always been in here. It's been in me to make this happen. So literally, for my last 15 years, when I was working corporate jobs, this is all I wanted to do.
Yep.
And I knew that we could help people all around the world and in multiple markets. And I've actually always felt like everybody should have a strong arm strap.
Yeah.
Everybody in the world.
I need to get my order in.
Not even from a business point of view. Just like everybody could use this at some point of their life. And, and it will save you and help you be safer and stronger. And that's how I think and believe. And
like I said, my last ski there that I had a problem with it. Had sharp serrated edge on the underlip.
Yeah.
And I couldn't quite get it. And the one I've got now, there is really nothing at all to grab a hold of on that lip to pull it up. So it's definitely something I'll need to be ordering for. So expect my order. Speaking of which, where can we order?
So you can order at strongarmstrap.com.
Just .com, it's not .au.
.com, strongarmstrap.com.
All right.
And in saying that, we've had an April sale special that finishes tonight at midnight. And that is the second item. So if you buy a strap, the second item's 30% off. You don't have to use a code. You just put in a few items and it'll take it off. And there's free shipping. That's till midnight tonight. But
finishes tonight. Right, okay.
And That end, I was thinking maybe for your listeners, for this, because I really appreciate the invitation, mate, and being able to come along and talk to you guys and everybody. And so after this, I'll set up a discount code for your listeners.
Okay. Oh, I appreciate
And
it.
you can post it on your thing, and maybe for the next week, we'll just
Well,
say,
I want to put a post up anyway in relation to your strong arm strap, just as a point of reference, so that if people want to buy it, then they can just click on the link on my page, and it'll take it straight to you.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
So
I'll give you a discount code, and for 10% off for people if they want to use that. If you want to put that in your post, and if people want to get hold of that as of tomorrow, they can get hold of a bit of a deal where.
you're the man, Tim.
Get a grip. That's our one of our slogans, is get a grip.
You are the man. So anybody that's watching this show, just keep your eyes peeled. There will be a discount code coming up for one of the best injury prevention products on the market, and I haven't even seen it myself. I've just seen it being used by people, but I fancy keeping my back intact.
Yeah.
And any other part of my body, because my body's already failing me as it is, because I'm getting older.
There you go. Yeah. We all are.
I don't know, you're looking a bit healthier than I am, Tim. I'll tell you. You're away running up the hills around Queenstown, so...
I work pretty hard on it. Yeah, I love it, mate.
if I look just as buff as you, then I'd be a happy man.
That's good.
Well, all right, Tim, listen, I'm going to let you go. Is there anybody you would like to shout out before you go?
Oh, good question, mate. I think specifics. But probably already have, to be honest. The like Jake and his crew down there have been some of our massive long-term supporters, and we appreciate that. And all of them. There's so many people in that mob, in that group, family, that have got God straps and supported us as well. Like I say, Jet, Pilot, and there's just so many, mate, around the country.
Your wife.
Yeah, look, my wife. Obviously, my wife. I was going to get to that.
She's probably put up a hell of a lot with you, but she's probably been right behind you the whole way.
Particularly right now, going into stepping out of full-time employment. My other contract work as well, and so that's a bit of a risk, but it's a well calculated.
There's always somebody behind. There's always somebody successfully backing you from behind the scenes.
Always.
So there you go. That's your rock and your foundation, mate.
100%. 100%. That's family side number one for me. So that's where it all starts.
Exactly. All right, Tim. Listen, I'm going to let you go, mate, and appreciate talking. And great if it helps get you more exposure, then that was what it was all about. Thanks a lot, Tim, and take care, and hopefully see you out on the water.
Awesome. Thanks, Bruce. And
all right, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thank you so much.
Take care. Thank you.
Bye.
So there we go. There's Tim. I really enjoyed that one. Something different that I haven't really always done in the past is particularly highlight a product, especially a good one. Something that's beneficial for the community, and if it's saving injuries to people, then that is so much better. And that's all we can really ask for. And if you're, like I said earlier, if you're in the market for one, I'll get a code from Tim and I'll post a link up on the Jetski Republic page. If you want to jump in there now and take advantage of the Easter sale, which finishes tonight at midnight, StrongarmStrap.com is where you need to go to, place your order, and you can see what's available there and place your orders if you need to. So like I said, I got no kickback from this. This is purely about it, you know, letting people in the community see a product which they maybe not have come across. So it is out there, and if it's going to save big injuries and cut hands, whatever, then by all means go ahead and buy one. So it's certainly beneficial. Okay, so that's it. That's my guest. Let me just quickly get what's been going on the community. All right, so Jetski New Zealand, Jetski Racing New Zealand group just had their last couple of rounds. Let me just get those results up. And this was the summer series, rounds 6 and 7 that were completed at the weekend. Lake, was it Stump Bay? Yeah, Stump Bay it was. So I hope you guys can see that. Yep, you can. And Noah's taken out the pro class. And looks like he's taken out the stock class as well. His dad was second in the pro class, pro expert, and or the R1 as they call it. The R2 I believe is a stock class, and he's swept that as well. Ollie Hutchby came second there. Richie Ryder got third in the R1, and Tommy got third in the R2, and a few faces. So good. I don't know how the last round looked for numbers, but over the course of the series of 7 rounds, sorry, there's been there's been a decent number of people involved in racing. So congratulations to them. R3, which I believe is the naturally aspirated class. Let me just double check that. Yeah, it's a naturally aspirated class. Connor Brink took out the first, if I'm right. I did get a message from someone earlier today about that. Let me just double check that for a second. Yeah, he won. Connor Brink. He's pretty new. He's pretty new to the scene. Naturally aspirated class. Took out first place. Literally clean sweep the whole lot. Dave Vernal, old friend to the show, came second, and Noah managed to get third place with his dad coming in fourth. Noah's popping up everywhere. Connor also managed to win the Nationals recently in Christchurch as well. So certainly a name that's up and coming in New Zealand racing and one to look out for. The R4 class, James Martin, Richie Ryder, Dave Vernal, Rocky Almers, I believe that's the rec light class, I believe. And then we have a Masters class, which is Tommy Skips got first, Dave Vernal second, Brian Perring got third. Now we've got the stand-up classes. I'm not entirely sure of the breakdown of those particular classes. Hayden Eriksson has done the sweep on that one. He got first in that one. Russell Thorogood got second. So yeah, it's pretty successful. Noah's been doing the stand-up classes, a couple of S3 class and the S4 class and the stand-up classes. So he's trying his hand in most of the classes. So I can't remember what he said he did. I think he said he did 23 races, I think he said he did over the course of the weekend. That's amazing. Now, a reminder as well, Noah's also heading off to the States this year. He will be racing under the Farthing Racing team in the pro class, and wish him well, wish him good luck with that. So that's New Zealand. They haven't announced any winter series as of yet. But nice tidy caravan with all the gear in it from the boys. So that's New Zealand. Now this weekend, let me see if I got that over the screen. I have. Let me get that out of the way. Yeah, so the AGSBA here in Australia, down in New South Wales this coming Sunday, they do have a race event at Chipping Norton, New South Wales. Now, my belief is that the entries are still open till midnight tonight. If you are in New South Wales or Victoria, or even up here and you're thinking about taking a trip down or over to Sydney area, just outside of Sydney, and get your entry in tonight before midnight, and good luck with whatever you get up to. If you're not racing, get down there and support, help out, and get involved. The more the merrier. So good luck with that one, guys. Now, obviously, the big one up this way is the QPWC. Obviously have their competition starting. You guys can see that. That's officially it's the full winter series. But the main winter race series, or the club rounds, are the first three competitions of the season. 18th of May, 8th of June, 29th of June, rounds 1, 2 and 3, all at Atkinson Dam. Entries are open for all three classes at the moment until the races are event, and they will close for each round on the Wednesday at midnight before that weekend's event. Okay, so get your entries in, go to the website. The website's been, this hasn't fully changed, but there's a little bit of a different look to it. And jump on if you've got any questions in regards to your class or what you're meant to be entering or the license that you're meant to have. Please just drop a message to the guys at the QPWC Facebook page. They'll be more than happy to answer the questions. I'm actually an admin on the page as well, so if it's not Jamie or Dave that answers, it will probably be me that answers your question. So feel free to message either the QPWC. Try and keep all the traffic through the QPWC rather than me here at Jetski Republic or on my own personal page. I want to try and keep all the traffic for the QPWC in the QPWC space. Okay, if that makes sense. So yeah, so the first three rounds up to June, and then we have the Cameron Martin Enduro Memorial event, which will be the 27th of July up at Somerset. Now this is a big event. It's been well supported in the past. I don't see that being any different this year. It ultimately needs riders as well, so we are asking you, the rider, to get involved in that one. That event hasn't been quite set up yet, and it should hopefully be set up within the next few weeks. The same with the Queensland State titles, which will again be at Somerset Dam, and it's the 22nd to the 24th of August. It does say Friday to a Sunday, but technically it will actually be the 23rd to the 24th of August, which is the Saturday and the Sunday. Okay, so if you're thinking about those events, then there's camping available there as well. Same with Atkinson Dam. There's camping not that far from the race venue, so by all means, I'll try and look up the choice for camping there, and I'll post a link in the QPWC page just so that people have that option if they want to do an overnight camp the day before the event. Alright, so that's the QPWC. I think what I do want to do before I move on is I'm going to give a shout out to those that have got involved in the racing, particularly the people that have came on board recently to sponsor the competition, the first three rounds of the club events. In particular, we have Sherry Bell, who has a physiotherapy business. She is sponsoring the ladies class or the women's class. We've got Matt Atala, who is sponsoring the, oh god, I can't remember off the top of my head what that is, but you know, he's let me just, god, that's going to annoy me now. Yeah, he's sponsoring the Pro Stock. I believe it is a Pro Stock. We've got Onyx shower screens and bathrooms, wardrobes, sorry. They are actually sponsored in 3 classes, including the beginners class and another 2 classes I can't remember. Mark Davies, who is Mark White, sorry, who's sponsoring the Rec Lights is what he's sponsoring, and he's WLE Designs. Mark Atala's Juma Group, so thanks to them. 81 Racing, they're also sponsoring a class which is the Enduro class, Pro Enduro, and I'm actually sponsoring Jetski Republic, where I'm going to sponsor the amateur stock class as well. So we do still have there are still some spaces available, with a couple of classes still available to sponsor. If anyone is interested, please get in touch with me, and we'll take care of business that way. So by all means, please get in touch, and we'll sort we'll get things sorted out and get you on board, so that we can get the class sold out. Then that would be fantastic. So make a really good event, and we need riders as well. Guys, get your entries in as soon as you can, so that we know what we're dealing with. The earlier the better, simply from a planning perspective. It makes life a lot easier. If you're not able to race, please come along, help out, get involved, support the riders, your loved ones, whoever it happens to be. And I say that not just for the QPWC events, but for any of the events that I highlight here. It's important that we try and do the best for these events and support them as best we can. If we don't support them, then they don't happen. It's as simple as that. Okay, alright, so that's enough of that. Let me just get rid of that. Tim's trying to get his product on here. He's getting additional airtime here. Alright, so our friends over in Northern Ireland, well, up in Northern Ireland, they did have a ride at the weekend. I was hoping there would be a video. I put this up in the hope that they might have posted a video up, or even a series of pictures, and unfortunately there's nothing there that they put up. So I'm just trying to get my YouTube back up, because I don't know what's going on with comments or anything. So let me just get it on. There we go. Alright, okay. Yeah, there we go. Alright, okay. So they haven't unfortunately posted anything up from Jetski Social Northern Ireland, which is unfortunate, because they usually do put up some stuff, and it's always nice to see what others are doing in the other parts of the world. But nothing so far from the ride at the weekends. I don't even know if it actually happened. So watch the space, subscribe to their page. They've usually got some really nice content. I got an absolute cracking hoodie from Steven Seenan, who runs this group, and he's one of the moderators on this group. But yeah, he gave me an absolute cracking hoodie, which I got when I was back in the UK, and I thank him for that. It is even better in the flesh than it looked when he sent me through the little video clip of it. So I'm really happy that I've got it, and I can't wait to get it on and start showing people it. So that's Northern Ireland. South Australia, they had the Big Ride 25, which was a fundraising event. I think it was, let me just check it. Let's see, we got the details on it. Yeah, it was for more neuron disease. That's what the ride was for, raise money for that. And I don't know how much money they've raised. Let me just double check it. They do it every year, so it's one to keep an eye out for 2026. So that's the video there on the South Australian Jetski page. Go and have a look at it. Let me just have a look, and I can pull that up on this. It is on YouTube.
God help America, the bride and groom. We can't talk, you know, we can't love. You take our mind, we can't take our blood.
So there you go. I'm not running the whole video. It's four and a bit minutes. But certainly one I go and have a look at. If you're looking for different rides in a different part of Australia, then by all means look it up and then get in touch and keep an eye on these guys for next year when they do the ride in 2026. So there we go. That's South Australian Jetski Club. Alright, so Jetski Adventurers. Big one here. For those of you that like to be a bit more adventurous and want to do a bit more of an overnight, a weekend away, type trip, later this year in September, the guys at Jetski Adventurers, they're doing the Fraser Coast Escape 2025, 20th of September to the 24th of September. It's up at Urangan Boat Harbour. So it'll be around that area, departing the ramp there, out and about around Fraser and all kinds of the waters around that area. It should be a great weekend, a great long weekend, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm planning on going. I've just got to confirm my hotel or where I'm going to stay. Pretty much what you've done, what you need to do is note your interest if you're going to go. And then once you've booked your hotel or your campsite or whatever, then just screenshot the booking so that Carl can confirm who's going, so he has an idea of the numbers that are actually going to take part in the event for that weekend. So it makes planning a bit easier, because it may be that there are a big group which may require two different rides on any given day. Okay, so it may be one group goes to one location and another group goes to another location, following day they swap over, kind of thing. So it just makes planning a lot easier for Carl. As you can imagine, it's a 4 or 5 day event, so planning is critical. To have an idea of the numbers involved in it would be crucial for Carl and his team to plan accordingly. Alright, so that's in September. Want to keep an eye out. Again, keep checking these guys. I know Carl's still out with his injury at the moment, so he hasn't been able to do any rides, but it's worthwhile keeping an eye on their page, because some of the other members do have the odd little rides here and there. Jetski Jake, first up. Congratulations, Jake, on your Sea-Doo Ambassadors role. Obviously got yourself a nice little ski sorted out as well. There will be things in the pipeline that he has in mind, so keep a check on the Jetski family page, and yeah, good luck with whatever you're doing, Jake, whatever you've got planned, and have a ball. Now, one question here, this one I always find curious. Now, depending on your ski, I've heard of some people using E10 in their skis. It's not what I would use, but I've always, like my previous ski, I never put anything in it except 95 or 98. Now that I've got the new one, I'm not putting anything in it but 98. Yeah, it's more expensive, but when you're dealing with a machine that's costing you, you know, X amount of dollars, and it's a brand new machine, or it's a high powered machine, I'm not going to, I don't want to risk putting cheap fuel in it for the sake of a few pennies or a few dollars, when it's potentially going to cost more in the long run to get it fixed if anything goes wrong. So I'm sticking to the tried and tested, which is the the 98, not the E10. It just makes sense to me. Okay, if the question's needing to be asked, what would you put in your car? If it's E10 you're using in your car, that's different. That's what it's designed for. But your jet skis will normally, inside of the flap, will normally tell you what your fuel is, whether it be 95, recommended 95 in most of them. But if you're wanting peace of mind, I'd suggest, and better performance, I'd go 98. But that's just me. Okay, so it's just something to think about. This one keeps popping up as well. Regio stickers, custom made Regio stickers. There are a number of people that do these. For me, and I'm only saying this purely because I've had a couple of sets of stickers from Marty in the past. Jet1 Industries, without doubt the best on the market, I would say. He'll custom make them for anything that you want, any colour, metallic, reflective, all that kind of stuff. You know, even the carbon fibre look, all that kind of stuff. So whatever you want, then definitely. Yeah, Dan, I totally agree with you. Ethanol blended fuels are shocking for engines. I've had I've first-hand experienced E10, and an absolute shocker that actually introduced moisture into the engine of my Outlander and burnt 2 pistons in my car, and I had to get a rebuild on the with brand new set of pistons, and got the engine. You know, the whole thing cost me a fortune to get fixed. So yeah, definitely avoid the ethanol stuff. But that, again, that's down to choice. If you want to do it, then that's fine. So yeah, Regio stickers, you'll get some cracking Regio stickers from Jet1 Industries. Worth the money. You might pay a wee bit more for it, but definitely worth the money. Have a look at the head of my Facebook page on Jet Ski Republic, and even on my own personal page, and you'll see my jet ski. That's a set of Jet1 Industries decals, registration numbers, and you'll see the quality is just out there. It's just way better than what you would expect, and it just finishes off your ski. If you want your ski looking nice, it's just the finishing touch on your ski. So, alright, so contact Jet1 Marty James. Alright, now let's move on. Now the jet ski, the guys over at Jetski Social Southeast Queensland, Kevin Whiteley and Andrew Lester, to name 2 of them. Yep. The boys were out at the weekend there. They had a little bit of a group ride going on. Andrew took a group up the inside of North Stradbroke Island, and then came back down again. Kevin Whiteley, I believe, took them. I think he took them up the same way because the conditions were a bit gnarly on the outside of on the ocean side. Let me just double check and see what Kevin did. Let's see where he is. Yeah, he went up the inside. That's Kevin's there. Oh, tell a lie, no, he went up the outside, right enough. Alright, so he went up the outside and round Point Lookout, and then come back in and down the inside, and I believe that's where he met up with Andrew and his group at some point out on the water. I'm not sure where that was. Might be in the gutter bar, but that's the route that Kevin took. And yeah, so there you go. Again, another route and another group to look out for. Jetski Social Southeast Queensland. Jump on there. Again, you're spoilt for choice as far as stickers are concerned, as far as group rides are concerned, and they all ride safely. Keep an eye on each other as well. Dan's brought up Dan Colbert has just brought up an interesting point as well. Back on the registration stickers, not just Jet1, but STKR, Ben Mountford and his wife Amanda. STKR decals are pretty good as well. I've actually got a set of them here. If you give me a second, I'll just get these out for you. These are actually for Daz Keels. I don't know if you can catch a glimpse of them. Now, if you can see that, you can see they're actually coloured to suit his ski. Daz has a kind of a midnight blue kind of gold spark, which is a really nice colour. At first when he told me it, I thought, well, look, but it's actually a really nice colour up close. He asked me about the radio stickers and I suggested Ben, because he obviously wanted something in particular, and a printed colour type scheme, which is what he wanted. So I put him on to Ben at STKR, so he's certainly another one to look at as well. Both, again, it's all quality printed stuff, and they'll last as well. So two good options, two solid options for you to think about: Jet One Industries and STKR. Okay, look him up on Facebook, you'll find him no problem. So that's Jetski Social, South East Queensland. Jetski Riders Group, they've been quiet. Nothing much really happening there. Just me reminding people. Yeah, there hasn't been much rides going on there lately. A lot of people selling stuff. Someone in Florida who threatened croc attack. Yeah, so there you go. Alright, so that's that. Yeah, that's us for this week. Alright, cool. That's it. All done. Right, guys, I'm all done for the week. Next week, I do have Matthew O'Connor on, and we will be talking about the upcoming SEX event on the sunny coast, and one of the biggest free ride surf events in Australia. In fact, it's safe to say it is the biggest free ride event in Australia. It's not just free ride events out on the ocean that's happening. There's skateboarding, BMXing and scooters skills being demonstrated in the skate park, and you got to come up and have a look at all that stuff going on, because some of these kids are just insane with some of the skills that they've got and demonstrate. Yeah, so Matt's going to come on next week. We're going to talk about that, and Matt's not a stranger to the show. He's been on a couple of times promoting the event, and that's happening in the last weekend of May, so certainly something to look forward to. Let me just double check if that is correct. I believe it is. Oh, I'm in the wrong spot there. Pretty sure that one is the 24th, 25th, yeah. 24th, 25th of May, which is the SEX Extreme event. It's a worthwhile event if you're thinking about a weekend up in the sunny coast as well. It's a good weekend. It's a great location at Alex Head beside the surf club, just at a little grass peninsula, which overlooks the beach, and it's just an absolutely cracking spot to watch the event. And I'll be live streaming the last day of the freeride event there as well, so come and say hello. And yeah, Alan, I'm looking forward to SEX as well. It's never disappointed me. It's always been a great weekend, so I hope people make the effort and come up and have a look. And if you can't come up and take in the event, then you can hopefully catch the last day on the live stream as well and see what's happening with the event. There's a little bar and everything there as well. You can get a drink, you can watch the event. It's fantastic, really good. Anyway, that's us, that's me for the week. Alright, so I'm going to leave you with a video. It's Rebecca Hales, who is never disappointed with some of the videos that she has put online. She's always happy for me to share them, and I'm going to share this one as well. It's my most recent one, again flying from the around the Whitsundays. She has been out and about on her ski with her husband, and she's posted this video for everyone to see. So until next week, guys, wherever you happen to be, I hope we have a cracking weekend's weather. Let's have a great weekend out on the water, have fun, enjoy each other's company, but most importantly, stay safe. Alright, until next week everyone, good night.
just for